I am tired of hero shooters. There's too many. I'm going insane. I feel like a cartoon reviewer who watched a show they don't like. I'm going into my Joker mode. Anyway, somehow every hero shooter has similar or the same problems. Let's start yelling at the community first. A majority of players in the hero shooter community are ego-driven sociopaths who believe they're the #1 player of all time and the sole reason their team won the match. Yeah, dude, you really brought us to victory when you were screaming at everyone in the team chat. For a genre called hero shooters, there's a lot of villains in the voice chat. You want to join voice chat as a girl? Have fun talking to every Breaking Bad character. If you're not a straight white man, they have a temper tantrum. That's why no one wants to join the voice chat. That means less communication in the team-based shooter. I hear people saying things like, oh yeah, I met my partner on Overwatch. No, you didn't. They took out looking for group and no one uses the voice chat. This is how I know you're all fake. You're all fake couples made by the government to rage bait me. All these e-couples, all of them, it's all about me. Yeah, it's all about me. But I'll get to Overwatch. Oh, don't you worry about that. Sometimes when I play a game and I'm like, hey, does anyone have a mic? And you know, usually I get no response. And then when the game ends, all of a sudden you hear, wait a minute. You had a mic the whole time. When you need healing and you ask your team, hey, do we have any healers? Can someone heal me? And then someone goes, actually, it's support. Here's the thing. We do not care. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And characters in game supports healers too.
Use a healer.
Like, are you like this in a hospital? Yeah, I know you asked for medical aid, but actually it's support. Now let's talk steamrolls. Steamrolls are when you and your team get absolutely destroyed. You can't get kills. The enemy is seemingly impossible to kill, and nothing works until the game ends in a fast one. It's so disheartening and not fun in the slightest. But regardless of how you lose, your team may play a different game instead. The blame game. When you lose the match, you have only a few seconds to determine whose fault it was and then tell the enemy team it was their fault. It's all in the numbers. If you killed the best player they had 3 times and some other guy kills the average player like 4 times and goes AFK, it is your fault. Let's use this steamroll game from Marvel Rivals to determine who's wrong. Now, it's never the enemy team's fault, so let's cross them out first. And also, it's never your fault, so let's cross me out as well. Also, thing to know is when you're playing a role, it's never that role's fault, so you have to blame the other 2 roles. Also, Marvel Rivals has a thing called SVP, which determines the best player on the losing team. Can't really blame them, so we'll cross that out too. Now, the Scarlet Witch dealt the most damage, so that's a plus, but the Mr. Fantastic got the most kills by 1. Now, in terms of the healers, the Rocket got the most healing done, and the most kills and assists, compared to the Cloak and Dagger. But 1 more death. So can we guess whose fault it was? That's right! It's Rocket's fault! Because this random tier list on Reddit I found says he sucks! Now you die! Another thing that annoys me is how obsessed people are with metas and strats that the pros use. In casual mode, because in competitive modes, I get it, you gotta do what you gotta do. If I want to use someone that the pros don't use often, don't start crying to me about win rates and how he's useless and numbers and blah blah blah. I don't care. I just want to play the game. Any character is capable of winning the match. It all comes down to, guess what? The team. I've had people crying at me on Quick Play Overwatch because we didn't want to play goats. For someone who wants to play goats, you're acting like a real sheep. That was ass! Why did I say that? You need to think about what your team is capable of and what the enemy team is capable of. And don't be like, oh yeah, I should have expected that. No one in Quick Play knows how to do anything. Shut up! When you and your team run off to take space while leaving 1 support on the objective, it usually ends up with you all dead and leaving the support in a fight they can't win, which you'll blame them for anyway. Or you'll make it to the end, but the enemy contests at the last second and you've got 0.4 meters remaining and it's just Now, am I saying to never have a plan or strategy? Not at all, but like, not every game, man, and don't yell at me to be a specific way in Quick Play, bro. Oh yeah, that's something I hear a lot. Bro. Woo. Look at this diverse range of characters. So many characters, all with their own strengths, weaknesses, and playstyles. Some heroes even countering other heroes. When you're up against someone that counters your hero, you can always swap to another, allowing you to try out more heroes and learn more about the game. Yeah, people want to remove that feature. I can't think of anything more depressing than being stuck playing as a hero you don't want to play anymore because you changed your mind or just want to play something else. When the enemy picks your counter, or you're being told to swap because you suck or there's a better character you could play in that situation, losing that ability would turn so many people off. Maybe stop diving headfirst into Roadhog's Doomfist. There's other heroes to choose from, I promise. Also, why do we judge people so strongly based on their rank? Do you know how many people like to throw games and kill themselves? It's so hard to climb, and you're blaming me like I'm some lone wolf. I can't do this by myself. And coaching. A lot of coaching I've seen is just, look at my hindsight and ability to pause your fast-paced game to look at everything you did wrong. You mess up once and it's all, bro, okay, let's talk about spatial awareness. Like, I get it, I wasn't looking at that pixel. Don't turn it into a lecture. Some coaches are just really condescending to drain your confidence and boost their own ego. $1,000, please. Now let's talk games. TF2 has a lot of bot problems. Okay, let's talk about Overwatch. I mean, what is there to say that hasn't been said already? They cancelled the PvE to focus on the PvP, which hasn't been much aside from, like, perks and the stadium. And you see, the thing about stadium is... And Brigitte proves she's still the GOAT! Not only are you not allowed to swap heroes, but they also added this draft system at the start of the game where everyone takes turns picking their hero. In this instance, I can counterpick anyone I want and there's nothing they can do about it. I've heard dumbass takes like, well, you don't play Overwatch for the PvE. Dude, Overwatch 2 was made because of the PvE. And I wasn't going to play just the PvE anyway, that'd be boring. It got overshadowed by Hero Mastery, which sucks. You have to run through area segmented courses, which get bigger and more complex through difficulty, which go from quick paths to slowly walking through areas, picking off an enemy every so often. And when your character gets nerfed, that means it gets harder to get high scores by extension, which I needed at times to get rewards. When I first saw this, I thought we were going to get like an Overwatch 2 version of Neon White, not whatever this is. Also, this is supposed to train you and help you get better, so why are they using stuff like explosive barrels that don't show up in PvP? I watched a really good Cassidy do this and get like 5 stars, and even that looked slow and boring. Who is this guy anyway? Oh my god, Perry the Platypus? Quick update, guys. While I was making this video, I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw this, that they are now scrapping Hero Mastery. What was the point? Also, notice how every Overwatch event has come back except the archive events. You know, the ones with the story in it? They do not care about the world and lore they've built up for years anymore. Any info you want on characters is what you're told when they're introduced. Also, say goodbye to any of the achievements and sprays you can get for completing challenges in the archive story missions. You cannot get them anymore. Are you tired of picking that trash mode push or that garbage mode clash? Well, now thanks to map voting, you can pick trash or garbage. And the shop is terrible. A few bundles and skins that rotate every so often, and if it's a shop exclusive skin, there's no way to get it until it shows up in the shop again. We do not have this kind of money. And a common problem with hero shooters is that the battle pass doesn't give enough premium currency to pay for the next battle pass, let alone anything in the shop. You'll get like a Freddo at most. But don't worry, with Maximilian's Vault, something they stole off of Valorant for some reason, now you can get skins you don't want for cheaper. And if that's not doing it for you, and you want something from the shop, don't worry, they're very generous with their discounts. 2%! You spoil me! You want me to have money so bad? Give me a job and hire me. Actually, wait, don't hire me. They've been getting real lazy with cosmetics too. Heroes used to release with so many cosmetics. Now they release with nothing. Wu Yang doesn't even have a victory pose yet. It's gotten to the point where they just recycle content now. Marvel Rivals characters share MVPs, yes, but they're both in it together and it represents the game's main focus on teamwork and team-ups. Hazard was given an emote, which is also a victory pose, which is also a highlight intro. Overwatch 1 died for this.
Your favorite heroes are about to get a whole lot more heroic. Think of them as hero-specific bonuses.
And I like Marvel Rivals, but what the hell are they doing? They're changing how many people you can be grouped up with depending on your rank. Bro, it's not the Fantastic 3. I don't want to be punished. I don't want my friend group to be punished just because we did well and we got to a higher rank. Don't leave me with teammates that aren't going to talk to me. in the team-based shooter with teamwork. Also, I gotta talk about Necros and the whole support strike thing. Necrozma saying that support is a brain-dead boosted role and only dumb idiot babies play that role. Now, do I really need to tell some pro player how stupid it is to trash talk the only role capable of keeping your dumbass alive and making a large group of them stop playing? Marvel Rivals actually made fun supports and you're telling them to stop? I'm surprised more people aren't playing support. You'd be better off playing support anyway. And when we're all trying to ban a specific character in competitive, don't just ban some other random character. Mate, you're just ruining it. You're ruining it. Other than that though, Marvel Rivals hasn't really been around long enough to have any other problems other than the community, which I've talked about already. I could say something else related to hero shooters I hate. I hate when you're at 99% on like some objective, you're doing really well, suddenly the enemy team gets like this massive power boost and they just kill you all, and then they win. It's so dumb. Do you guys remember that game, Ju-On the Grudge? No, why is that cover? I'm talking about this one. Wait, are those really the same game?
On that beat!
A horror game where you're slowly walking around checking your corners. Most of the time all you can hear are your footsteps or the grudge. Whenever there's danger you need to pass quick time events or you die instantly. And when the game is over you get judged based on how you moved and your star signs. Well, did you know they actually made a sequel to that game called Valorant?
Okay, I'm baiting.
Gonna pair this section with Fragpunk because they're really similar. You can shoot someone multiple times in this game and they'll shoot you back like once or twice, you die instantly. There is armor, but it's false hope. That armor is made out of Doritos and deflated balloons. It does not help you at all. And when you get shot, you move at a snail's pace and die anyway. In terms of the shops and the battle passes for Fragpunk and Valorant, they're good, but there's like no way to get the premium currency unless you actually pay money. Other than that, it's really just the community again. The ego chose the deep voice boy over me. I never played Battleborn. It died immediately anyway. I didn't play Concord. It was PS5 exclusive. And then died immediately anyway. I would talk about Deadlock, but honestly, I know absolutely nothing about Deadlock. No one's been talking about it, and it's only on PC, and mine is currently full of Baldur's Gate 3. Wait, is Rainbow Six Siege a hero shooter? If it is, it has the same problems with Valorant. Like, you die immediately and the community's trash. I'm seeing a pattern, but I do like climbing up and down walls and destructible environments. That makes my brain tingle. I haven't played Apex Legends in forever, but I think their monetization was just as bad as Valorant's. And they killed Titanfall 3. And Paladins, I haven't seen that game in years. What's been happening with it? What do you mean they've halted development? It's game over. Only Rule 34. Yeah, okay, that's enough. Okay, I have one so 2 problems with hero shooters left. I can't hit any of these women. They're too skinny and wearing skin-tight suits. They're so much harder to hit than men. It's unfair. We need to add bigger women to these games to make it fair. And also, I really appreciate the LGBTQ rep in these games. But there's a lot of women kissing. What about men kissing, huh? Come on, get your pretty men and have them make out for once. Maybe add more LGBTQ rep. There isn't enough, actually. So in conclusion, to summarize, here are 3 things to make hero shooters better. They should really hire me. I don't know why they haven't yet. Oh no, Valorant should hire me for my sick music career as a singer. Yeah, I used to be weak, but now I'm the strongest champion of all the legends is me. You mess with the best, better give it a rest. I'm gonna whip you like my name is Johnny Test. Don't go for the crown, that will make me frown. For that reason alone I will be taking you down. Wobble it, wibble it, wobble it, wibble it, wobble it, and wobble it, wibble it, whoa.